Sunshine. I am Sunshine. So today we are doing love messages to see what love messages want to come out. For those of you who don't know, it does take around 24 to 48 hours for the timestamps to be linked in the video, but I do have the order. I'm going to be reading them in the description box, as well as if you are watching me live, you can ask a question and I will pull a card for you based off of this deck I'm using. And if you're watching the replay, if you put it in the comments, I will answer it on the next the next live. Okay, guys, let's get started. So we are going to start off with Aries. So what is the love message for Aries today? So we have here acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So there is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So this card that came out for you is about accepting everything the way that it plays out. Okay, this card is I'm going to show you the symbol. This card is telling you that if you can live in the moment of the things that you can't control, that you'll find that you'll have a lot of more peace. You'll have a lot more bliss. You'll have a lot more positive energy for the rest of your day after this thing occurs. This card talks about once you accept is how you find that inner graceful energy you're looking for, that bliss, that happiness, that peace, that abundance. This card is telling you that if you try to go against what you cannot control, that's where the friction comes into your love life. Okay, when you just allow things to just ebb and flow. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but it's about, embarking kind of like that Zen energy of just, it's like everything just is what it is, and then just having more of a freedom. I feel like this card is telling you about having attachment to when it comes to love is actually causing you more pain than happiness. And if you can find a way to have more freedom, then you'll see that love is it's gonna show up in ways that you didn't notice before. Okay, so we're gonna leave that one at that, and we're gonna move on to the next sign, which is Sagittarius. So what is the love message for Sagittarius that wants to come out? A pretty little individual. So we have here, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Yes, this actually reminds me of something I was telling someone the other day, and I was like, I know that you want to, be a certain way when you're around people. But if you feel like you have to hold back certain parts of you, then at the end of the day, with that relationship, those memories that you're building with that person isn't actually a true bond because you're holding back who you are. When you connect with individuals, it's when you feel you can be truly, authentically you in that moment. That's when you feel that bond, that connection, that true, like that was a great conversation I had with that person, or I had a great time with so and so. So this card is just reminding you that when you make a decision to not do something that you know you should be doing or act a certain way, then that's when you're doing a disservice to yourself. So your love message is to listen. Listen to what are the things that you are doing. What are the things when it comes to love? Like, what decisions are you making? Is it something from a past situation is making you prejudge a current situation? Is there things that showed up before or red flags that are showing up and you're saying, oh, maybe it's not this, and you're brushing it off and something's telling you should walk away or you should stay? what is that inner voice telling you? I feel like you're being spoken to. There's something, it's almost like your intuition is trying to tell you something. Okay, so the card, like I said, it says don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Leo. So let's see, what is the love message for Leo today? So we have here, oh, I love that. So in the imagery, you have here the different seasons. And when you think about life, we go through different seasons when it comes to weather, right? And it's the same thing when it comes to life. I feel like this card is telling you that there are series that are going to be occurring, okay? There's constantly going to be shifting in and out of cycles, okay? There's things that when you feel like you don't want something to change, that's where you're bringing in more resistance energy. So I'm going to read what the card says. The card says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. When you go with the flow, you let go of attachment. You allow more freedom to come into your life. When we have expectations of something planning out a certain way, if there was a better version for that, if you allowed freedom to occur in that situation, the universe is able to give you the bigger and better blessings that you may not even known was something that you could achieve and something you could have. And I feel like this card is just reminding you that shift and changes happen. It happens to all of us. You got to go to bed, you got to wake up. There's just things that happen and it's out of your control. And if you can find more ways to ebb and flow and just be in that and accept things for the way that it does happen, you're going to have a lot more freedom. But not only will you have more freedom, I feel like you're going to be attracting more of what you want when you allow that flow. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next sign. So we're going to move on to Cancer. So what is Cancer's love message that wants to come through today? So we have here an individual. Let's make sure she is covered up. I'm just going to put my finger in places just in case. So with this card, there's an individual that's kind of just laying there. And she's kind of like holding herself. I'm just covering up part of it because I don't want to. I'm covering most of it actually. Let's do it this way. But I feel like it's time for you to take some alone time and step back. Actually, the card says it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So that self-love is coming through heavily for this card. And a lot of times, what sometimes we don't realize is there's a beauty in being alone where you allow yourself to just decharge, just let go of everything that you've been carrying, let go of everything that's been going on and just recenter back within yourself. It's almost like if you were to think of it as like a computer, the computer has to get shut down, has to get updates, has to go through all that process. It's the same thing that's coming through for you in regards to this card. So make sure that you spend some time and put that in your schedule. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next sign, which is, I want to say Scorpio. I think so. I don't know if I skipped someone. I'm sorry. So we're going to move on to Scorpio. So let's see, what is the message for Scorpio? There we go. Ooh, I like this. So you have here a beautiful couple in the background, and it says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time nothing is missing. So for this is for a person that you're in separation with. Now, this could be someone that's passed on, as well as someone that's still here. Okay. And this card is letting you know that no matter what feels like there's a separation that part from the two of you guys, there is this loving bond connection energetically that can never be lost, can never be away from you. It's always within you. It's like you can always tap into those memories, that energy with that person. And this card is just trying to say that, like, hey, we are never actually apart. Our bodies physically might be, but spiritually and energetically, we are still strong and have a bond together. Okay? I love that message. That one was really nice. So let's move on to Pisces. What is the love message for Pisces that wants to come through today? Okay, that almost hit me by. So we have here a flaming heart. This is giving me a twin flame vibe. It says transformation. Your relationship with another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So, Pisces, you have someone in your vicinity where this person, you guys are going to be connecting on a level that you never connected before. It doesn't matter how much time you've known this person. There's still so many layers and so much depth to who you guys are and unraveling it to each other. And it's going to be done in such a beautiful way that you really get that unconditional type of love from this person. It's beautiful because you don't get this every lifetime. You know, not everyone gets this every lifetime. You're lucky if you get it even more than once. But this love is something that the flame never outs. It's always there. It may go down a little bit, you know, if you guys are fighting or something like that, or you guys are apart from each other, but there's a flame that always feels like it's sparked. And I love that this card is talking about you're going through a transformation with this person, and it's only getting better. It's only getting deeper. It's like love is going to take you through anything that you guys have to face. Love wins in the end. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. So we're going to move on to Taurus. So what is the love message for Taurus that wants to come out? What is the love message for Taurus that wants to come out? Okay, that was like half of the deck. We're not going to take all those. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This one, I thought I flipped over, but it was just screaming to me, this red. There's a person that there's like this deep love, this deep longing for. So the card says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So I don't know if you're with this person, if this is like an ex, or if this is a current person, but I feel like there's still some things that you need to process to happen in this connection. It's almost like understanding your awareness, like what occurred, how this happened, what's really going on. This card talks about choices, talks about right and wrong. Okay. When you love, there really is no right and wrong. Now, don't get me wrong on regards to, like, you know, some people, they'll do things and they'll be like, but they love me. No, that's not love. Okay. Actual real love, there really is no right and wrong. There's this graceful energy, this beautiful energy that comes with that. And this card is telling you that when it comes to the matters of your heart, there is no right and wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love itself. Okay? I like that one. So we're going to move on to Virgo. So let's see. What is the love message for Virgo? I'm laughing because the card says only time will tell. Hi. I know Virgo wanted more of a concrete answer, a more definite answer. Only time will tell. Now, the only time will tell card, I feel like it's coming out because we have free will. Okay, we have the ability to feel one thing today and feel it next tomorrow. And there's life things that happen to us as well that can make us change what we wanted. You know, maybe something happened today where you don't want the same things you wanted yesterday, you know. I feel like this love situation right now, there is no answer of what it will be, when it will come, how long it will last. There's an essence of like the unknown, and trusting in that time will show it all. Okay, time will show it all. This person, she loves a lot. In the imagery, there's a huge heart that's showing up there. And also she has here three butterflies, you know, and three for me as a reader is all about that equilibrium, that mind, body, and soul, and making sure that everything's even, scales are you know, all filled up, so everything sits properly. And I feel like it being butterflies is showing that you not knowing the outcome of your love life is because there's a big transformational thing. It's almost like your love life is helping you shape and see the world differently, and it's helping you see it in more of a loving way, in a graceful way. So I love that for you, but only time will tell, honey. Only time will tell. So let's move on to the next sign. What is the love messages for Capricorn? I said messages, so I got two cards. So one says, trust. Let me see if I can show you the background of the card. Nope, I don't think I should show it. Nope, it's not appropriate. The card says, trust transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Oh, and then the second card says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light and love. So somebody's thinking of you. Okay. Currently, somebody has you on their mind. And there is this energy of love saying for you to trust the situation. Like, let it unfold. Okay. Let go of the attachment, the wondering where this is going to go, how this is going to happen, what this is. Just like trust that it's going to happen in the way that it's meant to happen for you. Okay. But someone is definitely thinking about you. Someone thinks about you a lot, has a lot of love for you, compassion for you. Really, like, I wish I could show you the cards, but like the images of the cards, but you have these individuals where they're just holding each other and they're hugging, and they're like bare skin, and it's like that bond, that connection with this person. And then in the card where it's about the trust, it's one feminine individual, and she's also bare skin and she's just being free, and she's just like being comfortable with who she is. And I feel like there's this energy of just having faith. There's these beaming lights that are shining on her face, and I feel like that's about the trust, that's about the faith. Oh my god. And there's even like a heart that's like this white line that's covering the couple in the other picture. Oh my gosh, I just don't want the video to get banned, so I don't want to show you the image. But your message is someone's thinking about you. Somebody wants to reach out for you to trust the situation. I'm just going to read the cards one last time for you. It says, trust transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light, and I love you. Okay, guys. We're gonna move on to Aquarius. So what is the love message for Aquarius that wants to come out today? About this one. So we have here a lovely bird. I believe it might be a dove. Don't quote me on that. But I feel a sense of freedom. Ooh, okay, yes. The card says new beginnings. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Oh, this new beginning, this new adventure, it's going to be filled with so much joy, so much grace, so much abundance. You're going to be feeling more free when you let go of this any attachment, anything, just allowing yourself to just be adventurous in this time, in this era that you're in. You're going to see that things are just going to be a lot better. You're going to be feeling a lot better. I just feel this sense of just blissful ease and freedom. Okay. The card even talks about you're living your dreams passionately, telling you to embrace it and unfold in it, just melt in it. Okay. This new adventure awaits. There's a new beginning for you when it comes to the matters of love. Okay. We're gonna move on to Gemmy Gems. What's Gemini's love message today? Hello. So what is Gemini's love message today? Because you commented, Divine Diva, I'm just gonna pull a card after Gemini for you. So we have here, the new beginnings card came out again. It says new adventures awaits, embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So Geminis, you have a new love life situation. There's some adventures in this chapter that you're heading towards when it comes to love. And the more that you embrace it, the more that you dream, the more that you allow yourself to do it the way that you want to do it, you're going to see that you're going to feel a lot more freedom, a lot more light, a lot more abundance. There's even like a sun behind this bird. And I just feel like it's like the universe is giving you the light to keep going. Like this is the right direction. This new beginning, this new adventure is definitely going to help you a lot. Okay. So I just want to pull a card for Divine Diva. What is the love message for Divine Diva? So new beginnings card came out again. It literally jumped. So maybe that was for you and that wasn't for Gemini, the message before. We have here the new beginnings, a new adventure awaits, embrace it, live your dreams passionately. So there's something that you want to change, I feel, from this card coming through. And the fact that the card came out like 3 times in a row is so crazy. It feels as if there's this energy of just wanting to wake up and do what you want to do. Live your life on your terms. There's a sense of feeling like, I just want to spread my wings. I just want to be, and I just want to be blissfully, like, it's like, almost like you want to be on this journey where it's just bliss. Now, in life, there's always going to be ebbs and flows and, things that go up and down. But I feel like you really want to find a place where you can kind of get into that balance. Okay, so this new beginning, this new adventure that's on the horizon for you, embrace it as best as you can and allow yourself to just embody the whole thing, because your dreams are passionately coming true, and it's more when you tap into that energy for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card for Geminis just to see if that was Gemini's message a moment ago. Okay, Gemini Gems, the second card that came out is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is a time to give to yourself. So this alone time energy, it feels as if you've been putting in a lot of effort and time for other people. You've probably been feeling a lot exhausted, maybe overwhelmed. just feeling like there's a sense of this go mode, where you're not doing a lot of things that are filling back up your cup with self-love, self-care. And this card is saying, find the time. There is power in even doing something for just 5 minutes. You don't always have to have 30, an hour, a whole day. Take what you do. There's something that Abraham Hicks always says, that it only takes like 17 seconds to just ground yourself back and shift and change your energy. And there's a lot that can happen with that. I remember one time I meditated for just a minute, and I was like, what is a minute gonna do? And I was so like, overwhelmed and frustrated, and I was just like, just take the minute, shine. So I took the minute and I just focused on my breath, and I just grounded myself and centered back in. And oh my God, the shift that had changed in that minute, I was blown away by how fast a minute could change my vibration. And I didn't have to spend like hours and hours meditating and stuff. So I feel like this card is just reminding you to take that time, and it doesn't matter how little bit it may be, do it. Okay. Some days may be longer, some days may be shorter. Either way, it's very important to take time for that. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next sign, which is Libra. So what is the love message for Libra today? Oh, all the cards. Libra. Ooh, okay. So we have a couple with a fiery bond, a magnetic connection with each other. There is this aura around you guys. And I'm not surprised, because the card is soulmate. Okay, it says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I do feel like you've been wondering about a soulmate. I feel like this reading is more for people that are either trying to find, who they are, or a soulmate out into the ethers. This is not for a couple. This card, I feel like it's telling you that the more that you can find the love that you want to give to another, and giving it to yourself, and really embodying that you see that you're going to start to magnetize and beam out that energy. And that's how you attract that person. I was very drawn to the energy in the imagery of this card with these individuals. And that's what it is like when they're embodying that energy and that aura, they magnetize towards each other. When you think, I'm not saying this is you, but when you think about a person that is like angry, there's this energy when they come around you, you could feel like, oh, I don't want to be around that person right now, because there's this energy that they're putting out. So this card is just reminding you that if you can find more ways to love yourself like you would a soulmate, and understand that you have that within you already, that you're going to start to manifest in the physical the same things that match that frequency. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave that at that. Thank you so much for everyone that came, and thank you for the comment. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, you can definitely put your question in the comments, and I will say it on the next live. Okay, till next time. Bye.